It's Friday night of EDC 2016. The gates just opened a few hours ago. People are starting to flood into the gates. And I'm here with Caillou in the background, smoking a little personal bowl with a white tea on. First off, let me introduce myself for those who don't know. I go by the name of Audible, Live for a Dub 84. A lot of different names for myself throughout the years. EDC at one point was fucking church. It was a once a year complete just release for me. And I looked forward to it every year, and every time I went, I felt like my soul was fucking cleansed like that. So let me start off by saying that. Let me start off by saying, for the people who don't know who I am, and this may be the first or second time you guys have seen me, I have gone basically, I went to 2010 to 2014 EDC. So that's 5 EDCs in a row. My first one was the last one that was in LA. I remember when fucking Little John was screaming not to jump at the gates and shit. I remember seeing people fucking rioting and going crazy and thinking in my head, this is fucking history. Like, this cannot have ever happened before. It doesn't make any sense. And my life, honestly, I felt changed at EDC. So when it really got to the point and shit got real that I was going to go to EDC, after hearing about it for an entire year and a half and just like, damn, I wish I could go, damn, I wish I could go, finally went. That month was the craziest month of my life. I went to 4 different pretty legitimate raves, one in San Diego, one in San Francisco, one that I performed at, all within 5 weeks. So every weekend I was going to a rave. It's all fucking documented if you guys want to, in videos on my channel. I don't want to blabber on too much, but basically I went to EDC 2010 and I could tell, just because me and my friends had been fucking around for a long time already, but I remember specifically thinking while we were all in the hotel room that this EDC was going to change everything for us and for the EDM scene, and that this was like the beginning of something huge and the ending of something huge. And it fucking was. I totally called that shit, and everything changed from there. Not only within my group of friends, but within the EDM scene. EDC blew up. Not only just EDC, but electronic music in general. Deadmau5 was on the MTV Music Awards, and the Grammys were starting to do EDM awards, and they're talking about it at least. And it was a crazy time. And EDC kind of encompassed it all. What EDC was, before I just talk about what it caused, what it was, the moment I walked in the doors, was home. It was home. The most welcoming paradise that I've ever been a part of. Been to raves, so I knew a little bit about what it was, but to be in front of thousands and thousands of people, and for it to be as beautiful as it was and epic as it was, it's honestly really crazy to say that I haven't gone in 2 years now. And I really want to talk more about what it is and what it was to me, because I want everybody to really understand, like, EDC was a huge thing for me, and that's how I know how it is for people even today. My first EDC, the first moment that comes to mind was when we were at the grass stage during Steve Aoki's set. And people started jumping over the barricades and jumping on stage with him, and security couldn't do anything. And I was frying really hard on acid, but it wasn't like a scary trip. It was an amazing, beautiful, like a freedom trip. And I literally cried, tears of joy and just like emotion, because it was so fun. It was fucking crazy. It was complete chaos, and I was so happy I couldn't help but cry. So EDC 2010 happened. Shit went down. 15-year-old chick died. The world hated EDM and the rave scene, and there was no option but to go to Vegas. EDC Las Vegas is where shit started getting crazy. The first EDC Vegas, I remember just walking into the stadium and just being in awe of what I was looking at. It was a huge fucking carnival for adults. Young adults. It was the most fun, the most beautiful and bright thing that you could ever imagine. The epic amounts of things that have happened over the years at EDC Vegas. I could just talk about so many different times, and you guys can actually watch them. Like, I have my EDC videos up, able to be watched. So if you guys really want to see how my EDCs have been, click any one of the videos you see right now. It'll open up in a new page. You can pause it, watch the rest of this video or whatever, but I have had some crazy EDCs. And honestly, the main reason that I want to make this video, or I even thought to make this video, is because I kind of wanted to just say, because even now I get every year, hey, you going to EDC? Hey, you going to be at this EDC? And I would never say that I'm not going to go to EDC ever again. There's absolutely no way. It's fucking EDC. I have to go again, like, eventually. It is possible to have too much of a good thing. And I think that EDC, when it started getting to the point where I was going to EDC and Coachella every year, that's when I had to kind of make a choice, because I think that it takes away from the beauty of it, one, and two, you got to be a rich ass motherfucker to go to these things and be able to get work off and all these other crazy shit. So the production and the beauty and everything else that goes with EDC, you can't get that anywhere but EDC. This whole video is making me like, what the fuck am I doing here? There's about to be an audible sized hole in that window right there. So yeah, I don't know if that all was cohesive and made sense, but that's really what EDC is to me and was to me, and what it will forever be to me. And EDC, honestly, if not for EDC, I would not be who I am today. Honestly, I could definitely say that, because I would not be as open to meeting new people, or even like open to experiencing shit. Like, EDC was the first time that I experienced something of this magnitude. Like, I'd never seen anything like that. I was in the Coliseum with goddamn will.i.am playing Jim Morrison songs and Lil Jon screaming at people not to riot. Like, this was it. This was EDC. I'll forever love it. I'll forever love EDC. Props to everybody going. I hope you guys have an amazing time. TheElectricSense.com. Check those mixes out if you want something to bump while you're there, on the way back. And I will be there again soon, maybe next year. This video's got me fucking hyped and ready to go back like now. Like, there's 2 more nights. And it's crazy because I have dreams and shit all the time about, okay, there's 2 more days left in EDC, I'm gonna drive to Vegas. I have it all the time. Like, it's weird. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Happy EDC 2016. Cheers. Check out theelectricsense.com if you want to turn up to some gangsta shit. Sincerely, Life4WD4.